Hi everyone, Father Carl here, welcoming you back to Mass at church. We wanted to do this simple video so that you'll know what to expect before you arrive for the first Mass on Saturday, July 11th, and then Sunday morning, July the 12th. First of all, it's very important that you understand that you have to register, if you will, to celebrate Mass with us in church. That'll happen by registering on the website, or you can simply call the office and add your name to the list. That's a very important feature, returning to Mass safely. The purpose of it is for contact tracing. In the event that someone might have the virus or come down with the virus, we can certainly let you know. When you come, you will first be welcomed by greeters outside of church who will be asking you several different questions before you enter the church. They will welcome you then into the church. Now, it's important that everyone uses the front entrance, the main entrance of the church, as we welcome you back. Please come on in. So folks, once you've answered some simple questions, your name will be checked off the list. You'll be welcomed into church, and you'll see that we have signs posted: safety first, sanitize your hands, maintain social distance, 6 feet apart, and wear masks. Everyone is required to wear a mask during church. You must wear a mask. We'll have sanitizing stations for your hands. I'm removing my mask temporarily so that you can more clearly hear me and understand, but mask, again, must be worn throughout your time here for service. I want to point out on the floor the social distance markers that say maintain 6 feet. It reminds us always to maintain that distance. As well, on the floor, you'll see some blue tape markers, again reminding us as we go down the aisle to always maintain 6 feet. As I said before, we have the hand sanitizer, but also the greeters will be having bottles of alcohol spray to sanitize hands, which dries more quickly and also helps expedite having people seated. So please remember, if you're coming to Mass, to try to be here at least 15 minutes before the Mass starts. Friends, one of the changes at Mass will be there is no offertory procession and no offertory collection with baskets. However, your contribution to St. Giles still makes a huge difference and will help impact our work and ministry here. So when you come, if you're not using Give Central, we'd ask you to drop your offering in this little box here that says, please drop your Sunday offering here, and we'll make sure it gets collected afterwards. From there, you will be seated, invited in to be seated at one of the open pews. The pews are marked off with ribbon. Those that aren't closed off with a ribbon are free for you to sit in. You'll be coming down the center aisle, again following the blue lines on the carpet for social distancing. You'll see the sign that says, welcome, please sit here. Each place is marked individually for individuals to sit, again, 6 feet apart. However, if you're a family of 4, 5, or 6, you would take the entire pew. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, there's no offertory procession. There's no collection. The collection will be on the kiosk at the back of church for you to drop your envelope in. You'll also notice that we're not going to be inviting you to sing. Singing seems to be one of the ways that projects things in the air that could transmit the virus, so there will be no singing. You will, however, be invited to join in all the spoken parts of the Mass and to hear and listen to our beautiful cantor, as they will also sing some hymns, the responsorial psalm. The Mass parts will be spoken for now. So these are some of the changes that you will see and experience in church. But how blessed we are just to be able to come together again as community and to celebrate the Eucharist, even with some of these restrictions. So remember, everyone will be wearing a mask throughout the service. The priest or readers will take them off when they're speaking, but otherwise everyone will be wearing their mask. So for the communion procedure, the priest not only will be wearing a mask, but a face shield. So this is what we'll look like, not to frighten you. And you'll come forward. Your hands will be cleansed with an alcohol spray. It dries rather quickly. You'll come forward and we'll say, as we typically do, the body of Christ. Then you'll step to the side. You'll see a blue X on the floor. You'll remove part of your mask, let it hang, receive the Eucharist, put your mask back on, and return to your place. So that's the simple procedure for communion. So friends, now you've just walked with me through the new safety procedures for attending Mass. I hope you'll feel comfortable and safe as much as I do and our team has as we have put this all together for your safety and the ability to come together to celebrate Eucharist. Now at the end of Mass, this is what will happen. If you are seated at the break, behind the break in church, we'd ask that you, remembering social distancing, will go out the front entrance of the church. Anyone here on Blessed Mother's side of the church, if you would come forward and exit out the courtyard doors. And if you're seated here on St. Joseph's side of the church, to please use the Greenfield entrance here. This again is for safety and reminding us that at this time we're asked not to stay and congregate together at the back of church. If you want to do so on the front of church or in the courtyard, that's up to you, but not in church. And a reminder that throughout this process, we have a team that will need to clean and sanitize the church before our next service. So your patience, your cooperation, all will help make a difference. Thank you, and we look forward to having you back in church to celebrate Mass.